Let me turn off the music right quick. Alright, hey everybody. I am, again, as always, the Eternal Bucket, and welcome to Dead Cells this time. I figured, why not? Right? Why not? This is a fantastic indie game made by a dev team that is also fantastic, who made a bunch of other games. I do believe this is the same dev team that made Soul Knight and Curse of the Dead Gods, which is a fantastic game, but Curse of the Dead Gods is just hard. Like, Dead Cells is hard too, though. But in any case, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna have a grand old team. I'll tell you what, we'll do melee this time. Oh. What do I do? Man, I miss having all this stuff on PS4. On my PS4, I'd beat the game once. Hey, bud. Oh, yeah. This is such a good game. I'm gonna take my time. I'm not a speedrunner. Oh. Oh shit, gotta take this call. I got a job interview, possibly. Sorry about that, everybody. I had to take a potential job that I'm gonna get in the future. I need to make money. You know, because YouTube don't pay the bills, you know, unless you're one of the big guys, which... Oh, well. Okay, so... Let me get the stream up and running. Or try to. YouTube was just not having it earlier with Ollie World. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're done. We're done dicking around. Let me make sure the audio is working. Okay. Yep. But got me a job interview tomorrow. Let's get it. I feel good. Also, I must have died because I had to leave mid-combat to take that job interview. I also like this. 10 a.m. tomorrow. It's nothing special. It's just a general labor position for a construction company. So it's not like anything that I have to dedicate a shit ton of my time to. Yeah, this is from Curse of the Dead Gods, I think. Give it to me. Yep. Sword and pistol. You fucking cursed me. Yeah. I'm good. That's a good weapon, but I'm good. That's just... Ba-bang! Forgot that I had a curse on. Get parried, bitch. Oh, I can't run up walls yet? Damn, I really miss my fucking PS4 saves. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Come here! Also want this money. Ugh. Like I was saying before, I'm not a speedrunner, so I'm not trying to go for a speed challenge or nothing like that. I'm just trying to play the game and beat it. Maybe we'll beat the Hand of the King today. Get fucked. This game is probably their best game, though. I have a lot of good things to say about the dev studio that makes these games, all of their games that they make, like, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. They're such good game devs, like, this indie development studio is just so good. I don't know if they're classed as AAA production or not. I don't know, I think it's still classed as an indie game to me, but it's like, it's so good. It's a fun game, it's a fun playstyle, fun, unique weapons, upgrades, powers, and shit. Don't know I have any clue what's going on story-wise. Ooh, got it. Awesome. This weapon is so good. It's not the best weapon, but it's good. Good as hail. Gross. Fuck it. Do I really want this though? I could just eat the bombs out. Fuck it, I already got 10 curse. What's an additional 10 curse, you know? But, hey, you know, it's good news, though. I don't like construction as a job. Been dead a while. Right? I don't like construction. I don't want to go to the toxic sewers with 20 curse, to be honest. But no, I was saying, I don't like construction as a job. It's a lot of back-breaking labor, but hey, man, a job's a fucking job. I need money more than I need to worry about what kind of job I want. If I get this job, I don't even have to worry. It's $16 an hour, you know, so it's like I don't even have to necessarily work there for very long to, like, get money, and it's just too bad. I mean, I'm gonna work there for as long as I can, you know, but it's like $16 an hour, it's a pretty good paycheck every 2 weeks, give or take. Like, I need it. That, I guess. bucket. Wow. My goddamn healing thing is motherfucking... What now? It's basic level? Oh well. I just have a bad feeling that I'm not gonna beat the Hand of the King. Is it bad that I have... Oh my god, is it bad that I have no faith in my ability to survive this? Fucking... You gotta kill 30 enemies to get that shit to go away. Ice grenade. Ooh, that's good. Okay, this is dumb. This is just the dumbest place to have a curse of 30. Be real careful, guys. Be real fucking careful here. This is good. Oh god, yep. Die. Oh, this could be so bad. This could go poorly. Okay. Scared me. Sorry for the girly scream. That was close. These guys are scary. Not okay. Yeah, sorry for the girly scream, everybody. It happens. Secret. I like secrets. You know, you know the game's good when it brings a girly scream out of otherwise a manly man, you know. What you got down here? I do like firebrands. I do really like the bucket. I'll take the firebrands, dude. I like the electric whip. It's good. It's good. It's kind of a toss-up, though. The damage difference on the firebrands will make up for its goofy-ass, hard-to-use. Wow. Shouldn't we even fucking bought it? Well, I guess we'll sell her. Alright, here's the hope, and I get 22 enemies killed by the end of this one, or I'm gonna die. Nope, go fuck yourself. I ain't even playing that shit, bro. What? Alright, it's fine. Don't hit me. I know you can hit me from there, but don't. I'll come back for you. See that shit? You see that shit? Death. Get fucked. Bitch. It's really a shame I don't have the oil grenade. That can hurt you. That's why I waited. Any damage, even like a single point of poison damage, will kill you instantly. Was it trapped? Is it trap-filled bullshit? Oh, it's a shot. Okay. See, I shouldn't have bought the fucking firebrands, because that bitch, oh my goodness. It's all over. I got 13 enemies left. Can't say whether it's a man or a woman. I mean, that's pretty fair. They are pretty goddamn rotten. Alright, so it's just you and your problem. that. Woo, that was cuspy right there. That was some of that like Elden Ring 1 health shit right there. Go fuck yourself, lad. Haha! Get fucked into the dodge, bitch. Oh. I know where all the keys are, but I literally can't get one of them, so I'm just gonna skip it. It's just so full of bullshit is what it is. That's scary. Woo! Gotcha, bitch. Oh, shit! Woohoo! Goofy, this is fucked up. Die. Ah, oh, curse lifted, thank God. Now I can dick around. Got halfway through. Take that back. Return to center, you feel me? Whoa! Can't care if you teleport, buddy. I'm a god compared to you. And yes, my narcissism is showing. My narcissistic tendencies are showing. Never actually call yourself a narcissist. Looks bad. But if you say you have narcissistic tendencies, then it just sounds like you have the potential to be a dick, but aren't actually a bad guy. Tips for success with the eternal brother. Oh, you would. I want to go to the sepulcher. Wait, no, that's the Morris Diana. Taste flame! Taste flame! This game is one of them just ones that's really just fun to play. You know, the whole mechanics behind it, the way the enemies work, it's all designed to be a difficult ass challenge. See right here. I don't have the ability, so I literally get it. I want that pan. I want that pan. Where's that pan at, buddy? Oh, okay, okay. Depressing. Woo! Damn it! God, I hate it when that's the way I lose. Then it just starts fucking up. You have to get 60 enemies without taking... Dude, I did not get hit there. You were also taking fire. Now, you have to get 60 enemies in this round without taking any damage, and you get the secret door at the end, and I fucking get to like 40 every time you get hit by one of these stupid sacks of shit right here. Ugh! Get up here, dog. You're the most annoying thing on this planet to me, but get up here. Tip for success, ladies and gentlemen, if you're the type of person... that wants to be left alone, do not get a dog. Do not ever get one. I love my dog. I love my dog to death. He's just a pain in the ass. That's all. I love him. He's my sweet baby boy. But he's a pain in the ass. Always wanted to be in my face. Always wanted to give me love and affection that I don't deserve. Yeah, I'm good. Good on that shit. That was almost embarrassing. Is that an email or a text message? Bang! Get fucking destroyed! I don't know how I didn't die there. Where's that phone at? I got a text. What's the text from? Email. Don't give a shit. I was so close even after fucking up. Alright. Health flask is good. But who needs to heal? Like... Okay. I didn't... Shut! Why not? I gotta get up early tomorrow. Well, early for me. The reason I don't like construction, okay, and I know why they do it, it's because it's, you know, they get up so fucking early! Who the fuck wants to get up at fucking 4 in the morning to get to work about by 5? Who the fuck wants that shit? I know it's because it's really goddamn hot during the day. And they're also masochists, I think is what it is, because it's like, I just don't know, I just disagree. No one should have to get up before the sun gets up. Regardless of what job they're in. No one should ever have to get up. Right? Well, there's also the fucking argument that's like, you wouldn't want to work a construction job during the day with a bunch of people going around, but it's like, I don't know. I just never have liked the profession. I don't like manual labor. It's like, it seems like, I don't know. You can call me lazy, you can say whatever, but I just don't like the idea that I'm doing the same shit the motherfucking slaves from Egypt did, the motherfucking slaves of every nation, was the construction workers back in the day. It's like we got this whole twisted dynamic that makes it feel like it's so different because you get paid now, and it's just... Because, like, if you look at history, though, like, carpenters were never paid very well. History does not look favorably upon the physical crafts like that. But I don't know. I just never have appreciated it. Like, I appreciate the people who do it because they literally build my life for me, but that ain't for me. Like, I'd rather work an office job or for retail or something. But, you know, all the retail companies expect you to treat the job like you're a fucking becoming a $50,000, $60,000 a year lawyer or some shit like that. Like, they expect you to treat the job like it's your very livelihood. Like, I just want to get a fucking paycheck so I don't starve to death. That's the whole idea, is it's like, how hard do I have to work to get a paycheck to not starve to death? I guess also the reason I don't like construction is because most of the construction workers out there are dickheads. Not all of them. You got some real genuine people there, but a lot of you motherfuckers that you get this hoity-toity, I'm a framer attitude, and it's like, bro, I could build a goddamn housing frame the same way you do, with the same amount of training it took you to do it. It's just like, now the electricians, you guys deserve to be a little shitty. You're working with them every day. Like, why is the drywall worker so upset all the time? I mean, because his job, it just sucks. That's really it, is the job just sucks. I'm okay with hard work, but like, they take hard work to an extreme sometimes. And then again, that's also probably because I've never worked for a good construction company that valued my work. You know, the only construction company I worked for did literally treat me like I was some fucking dog, expected to do everything. I bet if I found a good company that treated me like I mattered a little bit, I probably would have a differing opinion on the trade itself, but I don't know, man. We're going to the day and age where we're actually literally moving to the day and age where construction, retail, and all that stuff is literally going to be done by robots. And if you don't think that a robot could handle framing a wall, I just want you to understand that you're wrong. And it's like, we've already got robots making cars mostly. It's just, it's one of those things where I want the modern age so bad. Like, I want to see the day and age where we don't have to, like, the jobs change, you know? Where we aren't construction workers and fucking, you know, just stuff like that when it's different. I can't wait for the future because I honestly, I know it's going to suck for all the people who have jobs like that, but it's like, I cannot wait. Because, like, think about it, you don't have to pay people anymore. Imagine if you could just have a fucking company come out and they send their robots out that drive themselves out to your job and build your house for you. Like, your house would be so much cheaper. Now, we all know that's a lie. The housing wouldn't be cheaper, it'd actually be more expensive, but that's just how business works. But yeah, I can't wait for the day and age where stuff like that happens, because, like, while things will get worse, it's like, I just want the future, man. I would rather live in a society where people didn't get all hoity-toity about their work ethic. Congratulations, you work yourself to the bone. Go back to work. And go back to playing video games. Then again, this world literally would not exist as the way it is. We do owe them something. I'd say we owe construction workers more than we owe our military. That's an opinion that could get me crucified if I said it in front of the wrong crowd. The reason I say that, I'm going to go ahead and clarify that and justify it, is because, like, they actually go out there and build things instead of blow it up. Like, you don't ever know. But I'm going to stop. Stop there. I pressed triangle, but not soon enough. Actually thinking about it, I think my negative opinions on construction, just as a generalized thing, was literally because of the company I worked for, because they actually treated everyone. It wasn't just me, right? It wasn't just me with my actually shitty work ethic back then. Like, I noticed that they were treating their electricians and their plumbers like shit too, and it's like, dude, these guys do so much work for you, and like, you're gonna disrespect them like that. I could give some examples, but like, I also think it's because the company I was working for was just like that. Like, I'm pretty sure the dude I worked for was racist. Now, I'm not gonna say the company's name because defamation of character and all that. But like, yeah, I was thinking about it now. Like, I don't have anything against the field. I actually like the work, which is weird. I'm a lazy ass motherfucker, but I do understand why people enjoy physical labor. Or at least, God damn it. Like, the physical labor, like, you work and your body aches, and then you stop working and your body kind of sort of stops aching a little bit. Kind of. It's funny though, I can't wait to see what the future's like. see who's right. I have a feeling we won't need construction workers someday. I have a feeling that day is coming sooner than we'd like to think. I have a feeling it's good, but there is coming a day though, assuming we don't blow ourselves up in nuclear hellfire, there's gonna come a day when, like, I really wonder what it's gonna be like though. I kind of have really bad feelings, like the robotic age will be really nice and all that, but like, what is gonna happen to all the people who can't work? Like, who's gonna provide for the people who don't have jobs now? That's the question I have to ask, is like, when we don't need construction workers anymore, who's gonna pay them, or are they just gonna be expected to starve? And I think that's what people are worried about, with things becoming automated. It's like, what are the people who don't have jobs gonna do? Because I know part of the reason we have such a big thing on construction work is because the people need to work, man. They need something to do, because our society is built around working. Our society is built around working, and if we don't have people to work, then those people don't get paid. If those people don't get paid, what are they going to do with their lives, you know? Like, what's going to happen to those people? That's the question I want to ask. It's like, what's going to, like, I personally may not have as much appreciation for the jobs as the people who need to make my life better as I should, you know? I'll admit that I should probably appreciate the people around me more, but it's just like, I do still have to ask that question. I was like, because the future's coming, guys. Like, whether you want it or not, it doesn't matter what you want. The future's on its way, and that's the future we're headed towards, is where, you know, it's going to turn into something like that. We're going to run into an issue where there's not enough jobs for the people. Hell, you're already seeing it with a lot of automated factories where they just need less and less people every single time they open up and get a new piece of technology. More and more people end up being shoved into the cracks, which is kind of fucked up if you think about it. Like, it's one thing for me to sit here and say I don't appreciate the work they do, but it's another thing for the companies that are supposed to take care of them to outsource it to, you know, other people. That's why I hate that we don't do anything here in America. Like, why do we outsource everything to China? That's an honest question. It's like, why do we send all of our work to another country when we should have goods that are produced here in America? It's because it's like, if we don't produce things here in America, what do we have that's special? Like, what's going to stop somebody else, another nation, from pulling the rug out from underneath our feet? If you have nothing that's worthwhile to them, the only thing that you have is your labor, then we will become a labor society one day, and we are heading directly towards it. But I am done with that. I'm done. Because I'm living in a world full of people who are like me and say things that they don't really have much right to be saying, and I'm also in a world full of people who don't understand that some people say things without really thinking, you know? If I say too much, I mean, then again, I don't really have a fan basis at all, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. At the end of the day, that is literally true. If you don't, like, if you're invisible to the world, it's actually better that way. You know, it's better for you to be in obscurity than it is to be in the limelight, because in the limelight, that means you have something that they can take from you, something that they can destroy, part of your life that can be altered and fucked with. But if you're like me, in the shadows, the worst thing they can do to you is send the law after you. And so long as you don't break that law, they'll never send the law after you. It's an interesting dynamic, sitting here with my main attempts to make it to the top of this world through YouTube. I know better. I just do it mostly because I'm pleased by it. I like pleased by it. So it's like, this is not a good place to be. I know there it is. That's what I was waiting for. buddy if you do it twice, you know? Dude, that's such bullshit. That attack is bullshit. It's like, they want you to do this boss fight without taking a single point of damage. And it's like that, he surrounds himself in that, and you get this tiny ass speed. This fight's kind of not hard, because it's easy to avoid otherwise without even not the thing. Really? I can't dodge through him? I don't think I've ever once made it through that without taking damage. We will take that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually made it through that without taking damage, but I got an actual text message this time, so we're gonna see. A thing I definitely don't like about the modern age, though, is, how the fuck are we living in a day and age where everything can be done from cell phones, but I still have to come in and do an in-person interview? You know? Like, I understand, oh, we want to see you in person, so we know what kind of, we can, you know, get a better judge of your character in person, but it's like, I always have to ask the question, it's like, does that even matter? Like honestly though, your company doesn't even do drug tests, so like, you obviously don't give a shit if you hire crackheads and shit. And I know it's a vetting process, I really get that, but it's like, so I've always had this problem. What if you're a loser of society like me? One of the dogs of society who doesn't have a job? That's right, I forgot about that. Oh god, that's kind of fucking crazy. But he's like, yeah, what if you're one of the dogs of society that don't have a job, you know? So like, what if I don't get the job, right? I know you just sell yourself in the interview, but what am I supposed to do if I don't get the job? Like, what if I run out of gas money? Like, it's like they really expect me to fucking rely on my family like to or something. And realistically, I'm supposed to just have a job. But it's like, I don't know, I've always had problems with this, like, it's like, why does the world have to be so unforgiving to people who fucked up once in life? Is that a question that I can ask? And why is the world so cruel to people who make simple mistakes like me? Who didn't go to the best, baddest college that they could? I don't know, maybe I'm getting too deep because I'm doing things that I normally wouldn't do. You know, I normally wouldn't even consider working for a construction company, but I need the money so damn bad that, like, I'm going to. And it's like, I think I'm just upset about that like I have to, you know? Because it's either that or I go fucking like, I gotta, you know, it's like it's really hard, what I'm trying to say is it's really hard to have proper ideals in today's day and age. Like not just proper ideals, it's just ideals in general. One of my ideals, one of my ideals is that I won't do something that I don't do, right? And it's like, one of those things is like, I'm never going to shave off my facial hair. Not until I decide that I want to, for a valid enough reason to shave it off. Right? But like a job, it's not a reason to shave it off. So it's like, because of that ideal, I automatically can't work food service. And that's rightly so. No one, you know, you don't want hair to finish open your food. That's fine. I accept and reason with that. But because of that, that cuts off like half of the potential jobs in America because I have one vindication that I refuse to give up. And it's like the whole idea behind society is that like I am expected to give up my vindictions that I have to get a job and to do things like that. So it's like, it's either you end up having to, like for example in my case, cut your beard off or go work for a company that you would never, of course, never actually consider working for. I don't know. I definitely don't think I feel like this world very well. That's a serious thing that I've always had. Is like I don't agree with any of the things I'm expected to agree with. I don't appreciate the things that I'm expected to appreciate. Because it's like, you know, like why do I have to pay taxes to support this nation full of people who are doing their damnedest to not pay taxes? Like why should I have to pay taxes when billion-dollar businessman pays less in taxes than I do? And I ask questions like that. I think it's asinine that I have to live in a world where I ask questions like that. And it's like, why? I've always asked the questions like, why am I choosing to live in this world? Because it's like, you can always choose to die, and that's not a good thing to say. But it's like, you can. And it's like, why don't you? If you hate your life so much, why haven't you chosen? It's like, well, because I think personally, I am depressed with the way life is and the way things are going. It's like it's very evident that I have a leash, that I have a collar on. I'm not a unique, special individual. I'm just one of a kind, one of a number. And it's very evident that humans can be tamed and trained because we have been tamed and we are being trained. It's just like, it's one of those things that I've always thought about. It's like, I just don't think I resonate very well with this world. I don't know if it's the world's fault or my fault. I've been trying to find someone to blame, but I can't help but point the fingers at myself, you know? It makes you wonder if you were ever supposed to fit in the first place, because if you look at the state of the world and the way things are, it's almost, we are all mix and match oddballs sitting on this planet with no real idea as to what's going on. And you get these people and there's ambitions that never care about you. Their ambitions and self-interest at best. Disastrous at worst. Like, I've seen history happen so many times. Maybe I should shut up. I'm starting to lose some train of thought here. Fuck it! I don't even have fucking time to shoot. God. How many people out there feel like that? Feel the exact same way that I do. No matter what they do, they just, what the fuck is wrong with me? So I don't know. It's always something I've thought. It's like, how many people are there? I parried it, did I not? How many people out there agree? I just don't feel like, I feel like I was meant to be born somewhere else, but obviously not, because here I am. Dude, fuck off! That is such a stupid enemy. God damn it. God damn it. Here I am getting all philosophical, and it's the reason I fucking died. It's why you don't get philosophical in a day and age where philosophy's dead. People don't like it when you think about life. Test, test. 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 Okay. No, my bad for getting all sad and depressing philosophy there, but I've been thinking about life a lot. Always have, probably always will. I think I think too much. You know, and I think the more I think, the less and less it seems like I fit into this world. The reality of the situation is that it's not like you're not supposed to fit in. This world's supposed to be like this. It's meticulous. Like, I can tell that much just by looking at it. It's a meticulously crafted. Everything is part of an algorithm. Everything's part of something. Like, everything... There is a metric out there that applies to me somewhere. You know, some business model, something that there's always something to buy. There's always something to do for almost every person. It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's anything odd to say that you don't feel like you belong. Because it's like every time you think about it, like, do I belong here? You come up with a million reasons, you know, a million reasons why you don't fit in and why you're this nasty, horrible human being. Okay, you're just gonna go all the way over there, huh? I don't know why I restarted. I probably shouldn't have. I just felt like I got hit by something stupid. I don't know. I'm gonna try and drop the semi half-ass deep shit because it's just. So I feel like I'm wrong. Well, at least in the eyes of other people. I don't feel like right and wrong is something that a human can justify. But like, also I don't know. Factual information is something that you can justify, I guess, but we've learned through history that history can be changed, that it can be altered, so do we even really know what fact it is? Something I've always thought about is like, how do we know that the history they teach us in school is actually true, especially seeing as they don't teach all of it in school? There are parts of the history class that they leave out on purpose because they don't want you to learn it. You can look that stuff up. You can look up how school was different back in the day, but it's like, it's something that's always scared me. It's like, how do we even know that anything we know is true? That's why I hate people who keep secrets. You know, like the Vatican not letting people see what's in their libraries, like the presidential libraries not letting you really get to see what's in there. It's like, you know, it's like the whole mass paranoia. That isn't real, guys. Mass paranoia doesn't exist, right? If they had proof that God wasn't real, somebody would sell it, okay? Somebody would monetize that information and sell it to everyone worldwide. You find out that God is real, God, it wouldn't cause mass panic. It would give the Christians the leeway to start the next crusades. Like, that's probably what they're worried about. Like, if God is out there, you know, I hate to bring up the religion thing of it, but if God is out there and God is real, then they do not want the Christian community to know about it. Because, like, why would you? Good God, do you know the war that would be started if we found proof that God exists? Like, if scientists proved that God is out there, that there are angels and demons, like, do you know how the world would flip up on its head? And it wouldn't be mass paranoia. There would be the people who, it would be a war. It would be an actual legitimate war between the people who believe in God and think it's their God-given right to fight in His name, and then the people who are standing against that. And there'd be, oh, the actual, like, that's the thing. I wouldn't have allowed God to be something that we knew was real neither, if you're thinking about it from a logical perspective, because it's like the Satanists, guys. The Satanists. That's all I have to say. Like, if Satan is real and the devil is out there and he's tempting you, knowing that the devil is real would give people who actually worship the devil an excuse to start executing people, and thus would start the next witch hunt of the era. So if God is real, we would probably never know unless we killed everybody who tried to hide it from us. Like, you would have to start a war to get that information from the people who know it. And that's something that I've always thought about, is like, if history can be changed, how much of it was? Big question. If history can be changed, how much of it was? how much of it, how much is being changed already. Like, how much attention, I don't pay very much attention to what's going on in the world, so it's very well that I could be witnessing some of the biggest shit that's ever happened in human history right now, and I wouldn't even know. I don't know what game this is, though. Why? What does it do? Just cuz? I need to know what game that's from, because that's fucking wacky. I think all of history is a lie, actually. You know, I think there's bits and pieces of it that can be regarded as truth, but I think as a vast majority of it, so much of it was, you know, burned in the Crusades. The Dark Ages are a prime example of why we shouldn't probably trust all of our history. You know, we talk about all this shit, like the Egyptians leaving hieroglyphs like there isn't something bigger behind it all. Like, you know, and it's like, my favorite theory out there for history is that it goes back way further than we're giving it credit for. You know, the whole idea that, like, we date our human history back like 50,000 years or something like that, but like, what if the pyramids of Egypt are truly impressive and that they've lasted for hundreds of thousands of years? Because it's, but then again, I don't think that that's possible given that what we know about erosion and stuff, but it's an interesting concept of, like, what if the reason we only know what goes back to, like, the Mayans and the Egyptians and shit like that, and the cave drawings and stuff, what if we only know about that because that's as far back as we could ever possibly remember, right? Like, the whole idea that, like, if eventually the pyramids of Giza, if we did nothing to upkeep them, they would eventually fall apart, right? They would eventually crumble into sand because erosion, literally erosion, would erode the face of the pyramid away. So, like, what if there isn't human history that dates back hundreds of thousands, if not even millions of years, that we would just never know about because ancient societies have long since crumbled? You know, that's something that I've always thought about, because you think about, like, well, what if they were, like, cave dwellers? Well, eventually the earth would shake and collapse the cave and hide stuff, and it's like, I truly believe that human history, we were way more advanced at one point in time back in our day, and it's kind of nice. I don't know, it's just a thought that I've always had, is like, I think our history goes back way further than we're giving it credit for, and I honestly think that we have reached the nuclear age before, and because of that, the society that was back then crumbled, right? You ever think about the dinosaurs, right? Like, what if, like, how bold are you to say that dinosaurs weren't sentient? Or at least some of them, right? That's the whole idea. That's the fucking thing that I've always had an issue with. Is like, wait, we really consider dinosaurs to be dumbass, instinct-driven creatures, and they had the planet under their domain for hundreds of millions of years? Oh, hundreds of millions of years, and there wasn't sentient life back then? Like, that is asinine. And that's what I'm talking about, is like, history goes back further than where our historians have found. That's why they're always out there digging through the dirt. You know, that's why those historians are always out there looking for new parts, because history always proves that it goes and predates stuff that we already knew. And I don't know, I'm not going to necessarily say that I believe the humans were around in the dinosaur age, but I do believe there was sentient life on this planet long, long, long before us. And I actually still believe some of it's here. I really wish I had a fan base to hear me talking about this stuff, because this is some actual seriously deep shit. Now that I've moved past the, ooh-wee, I don't want to work a hard job because I'm a pansy stuff. You know, once I move past the, ooh-wee, I hate this life because I have to do things that I don't want to do stuff. Once we get into the actual talk, the philosophy, but like, yeah, like, I most definitely think that there is sentient life on this planet somewhere other than us, and I mean actual, truly intelligent life, not just, you know, like the dolphins and whales are sentient. We can argue that, right? Chimpanzees and gorillas are semi-sentient to a degree as well, right? Because the whales, killer whales, they have fun. Anything that plays for the sake of playing is something that I would consider sentient. I also think that I have a theory that's interesting as well, that we need to redefine what sentience is, because dogs are aware, dude. Dogs are aware. They are aware of their surroundings. You know, they can see when you're in pain. They can feel that shit. You're telling me that dogs are, albeit less intelligent technically than us, but to say that they are, there's nothing there other than instinct. What? They listen to you. They hear what you're saying. They can be taught. God damn it. They can be taught. You can't learn unless you're at least somewhat smart, right? Damn, dude, I just am not. But like, no, you want a theory though? There's some part of the ocean that we have not discovered. It's deep and far-reaching, a cave system, or something down at the Marianas Trench level, or even not even that deep, underneath the very ground that some of us walk on. Somewhere down there is the remnants of a society, or a still continuing, ongoing society. Like, I'm not necessarily saying merfolk, but I definitely do believe that there's something down there, because, like, there would have to be, right? Like, eukaryotic life forms have survived every extinction event that has ever hit the planet down there. The ocean has seen extinction events happen. Oh my fucking goodness. I fucking hate the elite enemies, dude. Like, what the fuck? You're gonna spawn there, in a goddamn tight-ass space with something stupid like that that does damage, and then you're gonna throw some dumb shit at me? But no, like, it's just one of those things. It's like, there's definitely the remnants of a society down there. And that's one thing that I wish, you know, I really wish we could, get down there properly, because there is something down in that ocean that we haven't discovered just because we don't have the ability to see down there properly. Like, we got sonar, and that's a nice... We got sonar, that's a nice start. But the point of the matter is we still can't see very well down there, and it takes so much effort and time and, well, according to the way our society works, money to get down there. So projects to get down at the bottom of the ocean are always long, tedious, and not to mention dangerous with the, you know, hundreds of people have died trying to get to the bottom of the ocean just to get there. They aren't even really doing science down there yet. Like, we are. We're studying things. We're looking at plant life, animal life, and the different kinds of things and creatures that live down there. But, like, think about it. It wasn't until, like, within recent years, within, like, very recent, we're talking, like, within the past 50 years or so that, like, it wasn't until, like, the past, like, 50 years or so that we even thought life was possible down in the Marianas Trench, down in the deepest part of the ocean. Just because we had assumed that, oh, well, because the pressure is so big that it can crush steel, we can't get down there, so there's obviously no life down there. But it's like, if we are having a hard time, if we're having a hard time exploring down there, and we found out that there is life down there, then, like, there's definitely a society hidden down there, or like I said, the remnants of one. If you want to find Atlantis, it's buried underneath the ocean somewhere, deep within that dark blue, somewhere, hidden away. It is a society so ancient, so old, it could even be human. You know, like, Subnautica brings up an interesting question. The game Subnautica is like, you're exploring this ocean surface with technology that allows you to go down there, and as you advance your technology, as you advance technology, and as you get deeper and deeper into the ocean, you discover that there's more stuff, and you eventually discover that, like, humans have been here on this planet before, and they've been exploring and doing stuff like that. There were people on this planet before you were there, and, like, these people did a bunch of research, and these people all of that stuff happened, right? And then you get down there and then you start finding out that the alien societies that were down there and I don't know. I just feel like that Subnautica has a lot more reality to it than people gave credit for. Is that like we're gonna get to the point where we start exploring that stuff as if it were nothing. It's gonna just be something you can. We're gonna get, hopefully, assuming our society doesn't crumble or World War III doesn't plunge us into a dark path of regression as far as advancements go. But one of these days we'll be down there and we'll be exploring down there properly, effectively, right? And it's like, I almost guarantee, I'm almost willing to bet money. In fact, I am willing to bet money if someone willing to place a bet that we are going to find the remnants of a society down underneath that ocean somewhere. We're going to find a cave. We're going to find we're going to find something down there. And it's gonna change everything. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter if it's technology, it doesn't matter if it's like new sentient creatures that we discover. It doesn't matter what it is, there's going to be something down there. There's going to be something down there. It has to be. And I can't wait. That's, I can't wait to see what that future brings. What are we going to have in the future? What are we going to have by the time I'm an old man? Like, am I going to have died in a war by the time I'm an old man? Or am I going to grow up and become a great philosopher someday? Probably not. That's vanity speaking, but... I like to think of myself as a philosopher, though. You give me enough time, I'll talk about anything. I'm not scared to talk about anything. No matter how touchy the subject, no matter how much bad blood there is between you and that history, I don't care. I'll talk about it because it needs to be discussed. The more in-depth, the more dark and less likely people are to talk about it, the more often it needs to be talked about. Because we'll never move past our old wounds if we don't start healing them, and the only way to start healing them is to talk about it, Well, another thing is that we quit fucking lying to ourselves about history, too. Like, this whole... the founding fathers were good people argument. They weren't. God, they weren't. They weren't good people. They were soldiers. They owned slaves just like everyone else. I mean, that's not really the best example to quit lying to ourselves as far as history goes, but... all of the best examples are things that you're not supposed to talk about, Like, if you want to talk legitimate stuff here, it's time we start questioning Christianity. I mean, that's a legitimate thing, too. Like, we do need to question religion, because religion has been out of hand for thousands of years now, not to mention the fact that it literally got changed. Like, it literally got changed back in the day to fit an ideal. That's different. Ooh, almost took poison damage there. I'd have been fucking upset, is what I'd have been. But it's not even something that, like, you guys aren't going to be able to stop it. Religion is on its way out the door. Or, there's two things here. Religion is either on its way out the door, or we are on the verge of discovering something that solidifies it forever. Right? That's my philosophy, right? Because it's like, right, it's like, remember the old diagram where it's like if you believe in God versus not believing in God? Where if you believe in God and God is real, it's a good thing. It's a very, very good thing, Because it's like you believe in God, God is real, you're also a good person and all that, you go to heaven, right? I was trying to get that thought out, but I couldn't for some reason. And then if you don't believe in God and God is real, and God also, and assuming God punishes people who don't believe in Him, you go to hell and it's really bad. It's a negative outcome, right? Whereas it's this exact opposite is true, where if you don't believe in God and God isn't real, you're technically the winner here because you were right. But if you do believe in God and God isn't real, you find out that the afterlife is nothing but darkness or something fucked up like that, right? So it's like using that diagram as a basis for my argument. God is either real or God is not real. There is no ifs, ands, buts, no arguments here. We have believed in this shit for long enough now that if it is real, it would make a lot of fucking sense, okay? Like if God is real, the Bible is true, devil is out there, Satan is out there, it'd make a lot of fucking sense. Like to say that there's some kind of demonic, evil presence out. So do I still get it? Because I got it? If I go through the door, live stream over. If I go through the door... Oh my god. If I go through that door and I don't get my motherfucking special door in the end, live stream over, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be pissy. Because I got it. But no, it's like, so that's my philosophy, is we are either on the verge of proving that God is very real and a very powerful presence, or we are on the verge of doing the exact opposite. Because with science, right, with the introduction of science and people who are no longer being afraid of the church, is what it is, right? Because if the church still had power like it did back during the Dark Ages, well, there'd still be people getting assassinated in the name of God. They would be getting killed and tortured and excommunicated, assuming humans did not change anything over the years, which we have. So that's also assuming the worst of society. And I'm for the sake of this argument, I am assuming the worst. Now, I know you and I both know that people are generally better than they are nowadays, but I don't know how much better. That's a question I genuinely have had to ask myself a lot, not just recently, just in general. Like, we have improved, we are better, right? Our generation, or not our generation, my generation, literally, but the generations that are in the world today, right, from the 1800s until now, right? The 1800s generation is the first ever generation to deem slavery as something that is absolutely abhorrent and disgusting, right? You don't enslave people. People are not property. People deserve their own opinions and thoughts. Oh my Jesus! Holy shit. It's one of those stupid things, bro. But no, so back to the old philosophical debate thing here. Debate I'm having with myself, but it's literally like that, right? We are either don't go over there yet. We are either proving God is real this century. We are proving it this century. What? Dude, whatever. I'm not cutting the live stream off because of that. But what the fuck? How am I supposed to avoid that? But in any case. That's what I'm saying, is like, somebody's going to discover something soon that changes the very fabric of our reality. I'm calling it here. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I think it's going to be, you know, proof that religion's right or something like that, or proof that religion's wrong. But it is going to change the fabric of our reality. My personal guess, I think it's going to be teleportation. Honest to God. I know I talk all that shit about not believing in God, but then I use this name a lot. I use God a lot when I talk, you know, and it's because it's a phrase. God is a phrase in today's day and age. Wow. But no, it's like, you want honest personal opinion, I think it's teleportation. I think it's possible, and I think it's something that we're gonna develop over the next 100 years. Because it's like, I don't know if you guys, I don't know a lot. I'm not some super fancy science, smancy-pantsy science guy. Right, I'm not some fancy schmancy. I don't like this. I don't like that. Yeah, sorry. I'm not some super hoity-toity fancy science guy, but there is something to be said. Like, I do understand some of the concepts behind in-depth, like intense physical science discussions, like quantum mechanics. Is that, like, if you understand even a little bit about that, right? Taking for example light particles. Light particles. I understand the research I did on this was in high school, so it was years ago, so things could have changed from now. But like, the research that I did back in the day showed that light particles have the potential to act as both a particle and a wave. Right, so the idea that light particles don't have mass. So what happens is a light particle, when it runs into an electromagnetic interference, I'm gonna skip the science all of it, just to keep it simple. But it runs into an electromagnetic interference, the light particle will turn into a wave instead of a particle, and just like you're just going to the other side of a wall. Simply just bores through it without doing any damage to the light particle or the wall itself. And there's a lot of weird stuff with quantum mechanics about how like the light particle acts differently as to whether something is observing it or not, which is just mind-boggling to think about, that like the light you're watching in life is literally behaving differently if you're watching it, which is just, it's hard to wrap my mind around, let's be honest. But no, it's like, I think it's teleportation. I do. I genuinely do. It's a weird, crazy thing. But it's like, it totally makes sense. And it's totally something that would make sense if it worked. I don't know how it would work. I don't even know. Either that or it's going to be space travel. It's either teleportation or space travel. Because space travel... Oh man, space travel would be so much easier if only we had efficient rockets. Like, well, we have our rockets that we have. I'm going to get some water. The rockets we have to propel ourselves into space are asinine at best. They're not rockets, not compared to what we'll have in the future. But no, something big is coming on the horizon, and I just can't wait. I can't, not only can I not wait, I hope that it isn't war. That's what I know. I would say something big is coming. The option for war is always on the table. The option for war is always on the table. But like, I just hope it's wrong. I hope it's not war. I hope we're mature enough as a society not to do stupid shit like that anymore. Because there's no point in war, other than to take something that isn't yours that you want. We fight wars so we can have peace. It's like, no, you fight wars to kill the enemy and take the shit that they're not strong enough to protect. That's the point of war. This whole fight war for peace thing is literally just an excuse made by someone who was a warmonger back in the day. But I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to see a day and age where we don't have soldiers, though. We're always going to have soldiers. There's always going to be conflict, unfortunately. You know, and you think it's going to be different when we get to Mars. It won't be. The Martians will turn their back on Earth. And there'll be an interplanetary war between the two societies, of one of us sending troops over to go remind them that they pay taxes to us. Which is part of, actually, I've had an interesting theory that I came up with recently. Is like, why are we going to digital currency when physical currency is better, right? Physical currency means it's hard for someone to take your money. Why would we go to physical currency if we were not implying that people would be using the same money from far away? Right? Not necessarily to Mars and back, but like, oh god, guys. What I'm trying to say is that like the Earth is going to be forcibly united pretty soon. I have a feeling. Like, this is why I hope it's not war. Look at this, like, think about it. Think about it. It's emotion. They want us to get rid of our cash so that we can have a digital currency. And they'll do just about anything to get you to convince you that that's a good idea. So why is that a good idea? Not to put the money in control of one people, obviously, so that one group of people, one powerful, rich, billionaire bankers gets to control all the money, but like, what benefit is there really to getting rid of physical currency? Because I don't think there really is, to be honest with you. Unless you're assuming that we're going to be doing... I parried. Didn't parry good enough, apparently. It's like, what? Why would we need a digital currency if we're not going to be wiring money from, like, across the world? Then again, you want to know an honest-to-God fact. You want to unite the world, you need to unite their monies. The first step is not to make us all speak the same language, not to make us all wear the same clothes and watch the same TV shows. I mean, that's a good start. convince everybody. You know, convince everybody that the shows they watch are very good. I mean, all that stuff. But like, you want to unite the world, we have to get us all to use the same money, right? So if I can go to China and spend whatever the future's currency is in China and get Chinese goods, but then also go to America and spend the very same currency, right? Like, that would actually go a long ways into making the world a better place, because then, like, oh, well, to go to Europe now, you have to change over to whatever currency they use in the nation you're trying to visit. You got to use the euro or whatever the hell they use in the majority of Europe. So you have to get your American money changed over. But what if to go to Europe, you don't have to get your American money changed over? You just take your American money over there because it's the same money. Right? And that's where digital currency would make sense, because it's like, if they get the whole world on digital currency, right? Here's how this is going to work. They get the entire world on digital currency, assuming that they do, assuming that there isn't enough resistance to stop it from happening. There's no difference between yen. There's no difference between, I think yen's a currency. There's no difference between yen, the American dollar, and the euro. There would be no difference. It's like, oh, I have 1,000 euros. The euro's worth more. It's like, actually, technically, no, it's not. You have 1,000 digitized currency. This is what it would be, is a general digitization of currency. It would be like how in video games, how every single shop you go to accepts the same currency. How, like, gold in a Final Fantasy game is just synonymous for money, because it doesn't matter. I mean, that's also a difference in video game in real life, but I do think that would be, if you want to unite the world, you need to unite our cash flows. So that a billionaire in China could also be a billionaire, or sorry, billionaire in America could also be a billionaire in China. Right? Right? Does that not make sense? Like, if you're a billionaire in America, you would want your money to be translatable to China, so that you don't have to store your money in another odd nation. Not odd. China's not an odd nation. I didn't just mean that way. Calm down. I did not just call China odd. China's not. I mean, everyone's odd. America's probably the fucking blackest of the sheep as far as black sheep countries go. And that's actually a phrase that means the black sheep is the one who's looked down upon. Oftentimes the bad egg of the family is the black sheep. Is what that means. Good. Yeah, well, to unite the world, you must first unite their money, because, right, what is the common language of the world? Money. Gold. You know how many different rappers out there that say if you ain't talking money, I don't want to talk, that type of shit? Like, so if you get it to where my money is the same as your money, well, you just eliminated a whole bunch of stress, right? It's like, these American billionaires, they have so much money over here, then they go over to another nation where their money's worth less than it is here, that it's like they're super, super, stupid rich. But it's like, now all of our currency is worth the same, because the currency is a global reserve currency, right? I don't know, it's just an interesting thought. I definitely think the world needs to unite itself. I definitely think America and China need to get over their pissing contest over which nation's better and just suck it up and realize that we're both kind of shitty. Now, that's gonna take for fucking ever. Right, because, like, if you look at history, man, America has done some shady shit over the years. Then if you look at history, there was that 100-year period where China was killing the third-born child of every fucking nation. But, like, I'm just saying, like, that did happen. And it's like, but America, oh god, America's no fucking poster child for good government. That's for goddamn sure. Like, it was Andrew Jackson that kicked the Native Americans out of their home. And it was the president who came after him who didn't give it back. It's like, we all have every country has a list of things that they'd rather not talk about anymore. And if we could all just accept that, that's really the kicker as to why we don't really trust each other. Is it's not, oh, China has a military that's equally powerful to us. Like, I don't really think China wants to start a war with us. We're their best goddamn customers. We are. Look how much shit we buy from China. Just in general, just all the stuff, the phones and the cars and the manufacturing plants that we have over there, that their people, go in and work in and build stuff, and it's not like China does all the stuff. Right, it's not, and it would be a very vain thing to say, but it's not like China's over there producing infrastructure for America, you know. Like, their people are at the height of their civilization just like we are. The rules are just a little tighter over there, you know? Well, if you compare America and China side by side, like, we are eerily similar as far as the nations go. Like, if you think about it, if you really, really think about it. They got the same cell phones as us, if not better technology. Honestly, I think China probably has the best technology worldwide, by far none. Because it's like America talks all about all their technology, but most of our shit's produced out over across the ocean in China, right? And you got to think about it, Chinese education is pound for pound better than America's. Like, our education system in America is flawed at best. Now, I say that knowing that it was designed to be this way, right? There, you cannot look at the American education system and say that any of it was done by accident, right? But it's like, you know, their education system's better. They put more priority on science than America does. I think China's probably less scared of science than America is, too. Like, I was all for the Hadron Collider, but here is my country just freaking the fuck out about it like it's going to cause the end of the world. And it's like, yeah, it has the potential to. So did COVID, according to the media. But here it is, business as usual, like no one gave a shit. Which is crazy. We all freaked the fuck out so hard and heavy when that disease came out, but now look at it. No one really gives a shit. They took off the mask violations, they took off the rules on that shit. It almost makes me wonder if it's like the masks were not really to protect anyone, it's just to see if they could get y'all to wear them. That's a conspiracy theory according to the government, though. But then again, it's like, no, it's just one of those things, it's like, I don't know, man. I know that it would probably not be as fun to live in China for me in America as it would be to live here in America. Not just because I'm an American, but just because I enjoy the freedoms America gives me a lot. But it's like, the people in China can't be living that bad of a life, right? They cannot be. Like, America cannot be so much better than them in a way that's, like, actually measurable. That's something I've always thought about, though, is like, our freedoms aren't really that special here, are they? I mean, if you think about it, the only difference between us and other nations is that we don't get punished by our government for saying things. But it's like, literally, it's not like they're out there, like, hunting down dissenters and shit. Like, the way society's set up now, you wouldn't even have to go hunt down dissenters. That's the crazy part. It's the thing a lot of people don't think about, is like, we live in a day and age, they don't have to hunt you down. You got a fucking social footprint 10 miles long going across 6 fucking states, my dude. Triangulate your fucking location from goddamn Japan if they wanted to, man. That's not a fucking thing. You think you're fucking, you're safe. Motherfuckers will find you. You think they need to hunt you down and track you down? Like, no, they don't even have to lift a goddamn finger. You'll expose yourself. They'll find you because you make a mistake. I just refuse to believe that other countries could be as bad as they are. It's like, and I feel like American media really does a huge part in making people believe that it's actually bad. You know, because it's like, it couldn't be, right? I know there are some places out there that probably suck ass a little bit, you know? Some places where it's genuinely bad, but like in the whole world, I don't know. I feel like, though, I have been done a huge disservice. I feel like I've been done a great disservice. And I'm not by like being born in America, nothing cliche like that. That's just actually been done a great service by being born in this country, because look at what I'm doing to where I'm sitting. Like, if I lived in another nation, wow, if I lived in another nation, they would find a job for me, and I think that's really the biggest disservice. It's like the government should totally find jobs for people. Like, people without jobs shouldn't really exist. Like, it shouldn't, damn, dude. It should not be so hard to find a job in America. Like, I think some places shouldn't really have the right to decide who works for them or not, because it's like some of these places are, bruh. But some of these places are literally not hiring people because it's cheaper, and it's like, you do realize that is creating a homelessness problem, right? Like, that is putting a negative disparity on the people who don't have, like, because it's like, I just feel like, as far as all the freedoms go, some people have more freedoms than the rest of you do. You know, American freedom is really great, but they never talk about how the big businessman literally is more free. We're all similar in America. It's like, no, we're really not, though. Like, you think Donald Trump enjoys the same fucking life you do? No. God, no, he doesn't. He is so much more, I mean, maybe not now. I don't know if he actually went to prison or not. I'm not, like I said, I don't pay attention to shit that happens in the world. But like, if you think you're enjoying the same life and the same freedoms as someone like Jeff Bezos, you need a reality check, because you are not. You are not the same kind of free he is. He is free to make decisions that you would never even understand, like business decisions and shit like that. That are just like, because you don't have the same set of skills, you don't have the same type of shit that he has, and it's like, yeah, you actually think that you're the same kind of free as the rich people of the world. You need to wake the fuck up. You need to wake the fuck up, because you are not. You couldn't be. How could you be? The rich hardly even pay taxes, my dude. Pay all of your taxes. They have tax write-offs. You don't have a choice. Like, the best tax write-off you can get as a citizen in the United States is a fucking child half the time. Or, unless you're lucky and get on welfare. But yeah. No, it's just one of those things. It's like, this whole freedom thing is definitely, like, not always chalked up to be. Because it's just one of those things. It's like, there is a disparity in America that needs to be talked about. And this is like, do the rich have too much power? And I think they do. I don't think there's anything that you can conceivably do to stop it, though, because that's how much power they have. Like, you would have to be willing to put some heads on stakes to be able to stop the way the world's going now. If you think about American businessmen, they aren't just American businessmen. Like, that's a big common misconception. They're international businessmen, running their businesses internationally. They have ties in in all of the civilized nations, and they have ties and connections in almost all of in every other uncivilized nation. To think that, like, I just think that you enjoy the same freedoms they do. You couldn't. It's not possible. It's not possible for you to, because you don't have the resources, you don't have the money. You don't have the power. You don't have the trust, neither. It's not just about money, resources, and power. It's about trust. You have to be trusted as someone who can not only keep secrets, but also whole lot of stuff. Whole lot of stuff you gotta do to become powerful in a world like the ones we live in. You have to be willing to lie, cheat, and steal your way to the top. And that's a simple fucking truth. Anyone who tells you that you can get to the top of this world, honestly, is not sitting at the top of this world. Like that's something you gotta think about too. It's like, but it is interesting. It is interesting, this life we live, is it not? You get to see someone who is not really any different than you get to live and eat like a king and a queen, while you get to sit here and be treated like a peasant. It's really kind of funny to think about. Like, everything we do, supports someone else that we've never even met before. Dude, fuck off. That should not stop me from dodging through him. I'm sorry. I can't dodge through that neither, which makes kind of some sense. Like, it's fire. I should be able to parry him out of that. I hate this game sometimes. I also feel like I should be able to parry that because I can parry everything else. God damn it! You're actually gonna make me pop a heal, aren't you? Oh my fucking goodness, you are. I should have died. I should have died just then. I'm kind of mad for the game at that point. Yeah. God, just to see that, like, it's just crazy. I was just thinking about that. Like, it is crazy to see the difference in people. Like, there is a clear difference in people. It's not just class, it's size. And, like people are different. The billionaires are a different class than us. They are cut aside from a different cloth than the rest of us. They have power and money that you could not even dream. Most of you in the world, who, if you even had power like that, you would lose it because you don't know how to manage it, right? And like, just thinking about that, those people are literally built different. And it's like, people out there actually have the audacity to compare themselves to people like that. Like, I tried so hard not to. I find myself doing it all the time, though. But it's like, quite literally, they are different. They live different lives, they have different goals and different dreams. Like, while you're over here just trying to make ends meet, this guy is trying to find out what's going to make him the most money next quarter, right? These people are thinking years, decades even in advance to try and build these plots and plans to make just about every aspect of their lives better. And you're sitting there just trying to focus on what you're going to do tomorrow, right? Like, it's like they have different, it's just there are different levels to our society. People like me are set down at the very bottom of it. And if you recognize that and accept that, that's the first step you have to do. That is the first step in climbing to the top of the world, is first to accept that you are not the hot ticket item of the century. To accept that that person is already in the world and they're already making gains, making big strides with big feet that you probably couldn't keep up with, let's be honest. Is that to go to say that you shouldn't try? No, God no. Like I said, accept that you're at the bottom of the barrel, the bottom of the totem pole. You know, you got these people that think making $3 million a year is a lot of money. It's like, no, you don't even understand. You don't even understand. You know the rich don't have money? If you don't understand that, then how do you expect to become a billionaire someday? Truly rich people ain't got no money. Never have. They have promises. They borrow everything that they have. I hate these guys. Rich didn't got money. Rich have never had money. It's never been about money anyways. Like, it's about the land, guys. Land is power. It's like, if you own the land, what do you own? Resource. If you own the land, what do you own? Water. People need food and water. If you own the land, you own the food and the water. And if you own the food and the water, people will come from miles just to be a part of your world. Part of your infrastructure, just to be part of something that means they don't have to go out and risk getting shot or killed or hunted or having to hunt to survive. You think there are people out there who practically sell themselves? Oh my fucking God, there are people out there who practically sell themselves to live in a place like America. And like, I'm not meaning that they would, I mean that they do. You know, there are people out there who would actually kill to live in a country like America. And then you got people like me who live in America, but like, stop! It's a trap! Don't do it! You're making a mistake! You're not. America's fun. There's a lot to be had here. I still think I'd rather live in Europe, but I couldn't afford it, to be honest. Europeans have an expensive lifestyle. I don't know how you guys make it over there in that side of the world. Pretty good. Is it really more expensive? Because, like, you guys make more money than us. Your currency's worth more than ours. So it's like, I don't know. I'm done. I'm really getting tired of the whole philosophy thing. And the more I sit here and play the game, the deeper and darker it's going to get. Eventually, I'm going to start talking about how 9/11 was an inside job, which it totally was. Just saying, there's no fucking way air traffic control missed both of the planes that turned around. Oh, sorry, the third one that also tried to hit the Capitol building. Like, why did it miss? How did you miss the Capitol building? How did you miss the Capitol building? How did you miss the Capitol building? And air traffic control, were you just taking a break that day? Did everybody call in for vacation the same time? And then the industry also approved everybody's vacation time that day? Like, come on, come on. Come on, someone was paid to look the other way. Come on, I don't know who paid them. Come on. Come on, you think the war in Iraq was for freedom? Come on, come on, it was for oil. Well, really just to kill Saddam Hussein because he was threatening the current regime of the Middle East. But whatever. But whatever. I'm done. I'm done. No one's going to watch this video anyways. If you make it an hour and 36 minutes and 40 seconds into it, congrats.